Hello everyone! Welcome back to another video of Route Survives Travels to Singapore 2024. For today's vlog, I'm going to share to you the important requirements, helpful tips, questions asked by the immigration officer, how I answer them, and my whole experience during the interview process during my first solo trip to Singapore 2024. Now let's start with the basic requirements. Number 1 is your passport. It should be valid for at least 6 months after the date that you're back here in the Philippines. Number 2, plane ticket back and forth. I suggest to book your ticket as early as you can. In our case, we booked our ticket as early as 6 months to get low rates. And usually, airlines would send you emails about seat sale and other promo fare. Number 3 is the hotel. Just like what we did in our plane ticket, as early as you can, book it to get lower rates. And in our case, we use booking.com because we really get good deals from booking.com. Number 4 is the travel insurance. We highly recommend that you use AXA or AXA, and we actually paid 1,158 pesos for the insurance. I will be putting a link in the description box. Number 5 is your travel tax. You need to pay 760 pesos before you check in your luggage. They will not issue your boarding pass unless you have it. Number 6 is your terminal fee. You need to pay 784 pesos before going into Immigration Center. Number 7 is your SG arrival card. To enter Singapore, you will need to fill in an online SG card, and it is for free. I will also be putting the link in the description box. Number 8 is your Philippine e-travel. You will also need to fill in an online Philippine e-card for both departing and arrival. And it is again for free. I will be putting the link in the description box. Now, what were the questions asked to me by the immigration officers, and what were my answers? And how was my total experience with the immigration officer process? So to those who don't know, this is my second trip to Singapore. Last year, 2023, was my first trip away from the Philippines. And at that time, I was with my fiancé, and he is a foreigner. During the interview with the immigration officer, we were asked our history and proof of our relationship. So we had lots of pictures that we showed to the immigration officer. They also asked about our hotel and plane ticket, and we were able to provide it. So the process was easy because my fiancé was there with me. Now this year, 2024, it was my first solo trip to Singapore. Like literally, it was just me. My fiancé was not there with me. So the questions asked by the immigration officer were, number 1, what was my source or income, or what was my work or job? And my answer was, I am a vlogger. Second question is, am I going to meet up someone in Singapore? And my answer is yes, I will be meeting up my fiancé in Singapore. And those are the only 2 questions. The whole experience was just smooth and nice and easy. Now, I'm going to share to you helpful tips when traveling to Singapore. Number 1, be at the airport at least 3 hours before your flight. So just in case there will be a long queue, you will have lots of time to pay for your travel tax and your terminal fee. You don't need to be stressed. Number 2, remember to check in online before you arrive airport because it will speed up the process. Number 3, during your interview with the immigration officer, please be confident, smile, and be honest. Number 4. Although your information needed was in your phone, I suggest to print all your documents just to be certain, which will lead you to number 5. Charge your phone or bring a power bank because it is easier to show your online ticket at the entrance. In my case, although it wasn't required or requested this time, I still printed my fiancé details, for example, hotel, plane ticket, passport, and etc. Number 6, double check your time flights all the time because sometimes there are flight delays, although the airline would normally inform you through text or email. Number 7, eat before your flight because finding food once you arrive to Singapore can be stressful depending on your time of flight. Number 8, it is really helpful to weigh your luggage in advance to avoid paying extra luggage charges that is payable at the airport. It is a lot cheaper to pay in advance for extra luggages. So there you have it. Those are my helpful tips when traveling to Singapore. Please like and subscribe if you want to know more about the things that you can do in Singapore.